So my first essay was Forests Precede Civilization and Deserts Follow Them, and my essay in section B was All Ideas Having Large Consequences Are Always Simple. Now if you may peruse this year's essay paper, you will find that there were some thematic essays and some philosophical essays. I have always believed that philosophy and its adjuncts are my strength. So even when I picked an essay such as the Forests Precede Civilization and Deserts Follow Them, I chose to take a philosophical line. For instance, in my very introductory passage, I had what was my central core message and my lesson from this essay topic, which was that human beings necessarily have a tendency to destroying the environment around them, that being one, and the second being perhaps that there is a sense of infinite greed and that may devour resources in the climb towards civilization. Now I would highly recommend that anybody attempting these essays pick a philosophical over a thematic should they have sufficient content over them. Now this was among the strategies that I did this year, and to follow what was the start to my essay, whether I used any quotes or what was essentially something that could distinguish my essay from the rest. This is something that I practiced especially for this year, and this again played on my strengths. Now I do a lot of poetry writing as a hobby in my free time, and I decided to invest the expertise that I already have and induct it into the essay writing practice. So what I did was I constructed an essay on the spot as an introduction as well as a conclusion. In fact, in some of my practice essays, I had a middling poem as well in order to put into my essay. Now, because I had some experience with poetry writing, this came naturally to me and I could do it with some self-assurance. In fact, if I may recall, I only know the rhyming words for what I used in this year's essay. In that, I think I rhymed greed, indeed, with breed and seed, and I constructed sentences around them. Now this may have come to me naturally, but this I thought is something that will distinguish my essay from the others. Having said that, there are some who suggest that an essay must have a story at the very start to grab the examiner's attention, or a poem, or perhaps a quotation from a book. I don't think that UPSC necessarily rewards anyone who prescribes to such monotonous adherence to what we think are standards that we must comply by.